doubling down on their bad behavior, and it becomes an echo chamber with this basic level of like, oh, YouTube is all their life. I don't know, like what? How clueless is he? Bro? You might be inside of Exile too. Elon's max dash tab. Had a waste in his dash tab your account. Elon's max dash tab can hold 100 things. But you might know one thing, but this is absolutely uncalled for. As YouTube editors, like, can't. It's truly, I mean, just true insanity. Wait, which is truly. I mean, just true insanity, right? Like, stupid is to make this tweet, which is truly, I mean, just true insanity, right? Okay, right.
Well, it's finally happened. It's finally gotten to the point where real life stupid stuff is more entertaining than wrestling. I mean, we've kind of been saying that for a little bit here, but oh my God, bro. I cannot believe this. Elon Musk is making everybody who supported him look stupid. He's literally, it's like he's a plant. It's like he was planted to love all this stuff and make a lot of people like him. And then he just flipped full heel. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what he's doing. I kind of think I do see what's going on here, but, and I've been saying it for a while, I think he's like, something's up with him. I've really liked Elon Musk, and I do like Elon Musk, and I like all these people that I'm about to talk about, to be honest. But I think there's just this massive dorko communication thing that's going on right now. And the weird thing is it all revolves around stuff that I'm familiar with, if that makes sense. You know, I've always kind of liked Elon Musk forever. Like, I mean, even he was a liberal 5 years ago. I'm just saying it doesn't matter about politics with Elon. I've always just kind of like, yeah, I think Elon's pretty cool. He's really seems creative. But I've also been a Diablo 4, a Diablo 3, Diablo fan forever. Been playing Diablo my whole life, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Path of Exile, not so much, because it's just too much for me right now. And I'm working 3,000 jobs. And I'm also not getting paid at those 3,000 jobs. You got to love it when you don't get your commission check. Again, so that's going on. That's a lot of fun. I mean, I really should be sucking Elon's balls right now, trying to get Elon Musk to hire me at this point. I need a job. I need a savior. Man, the stuff I could do for Elon would be crazy. But right now, we're going to do something less comfortable. And we're going to talk about, I don't know if it's like, so let me just sum this up for the people who don't know what the hell is going on. Pretty much Elon Musk, Diablo 4 came out, and you guys know I'm a big Diablo person. I play Diablo on this channel here or there, and I always talk about Diablo. That's one of my favorite games. So Diablo 4 comes out. Eventually Elon Musk plays Diablo 4, and he starts talking about how, you know, he loves it and stuff, and he's a Diablo fan. And he used to play Quake or some back in the day and all these other things. And you're like, wow, yeah, I mean, he must be smart and he's really good. And he really is like one of the top players, I guess. And, you know, you're believing all that. And you're like, okay, this is crazy. And he goes on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, you're like one of the best players in the world. And he's like, yeah, you know. But, you know, there was some speculation even on Diablo 4, that like, how does he have the time for this? And I thought the same thing a little bit, but I was like, I don't know, man. If he's a crazy gamer, I mean, he's Elon Musk. Maybe he, you know, for 4 to 5 hours a day at night, he can jump on and grind it for 5 hours. And after a week, you would be pretty good, you know, if you're smart. Because if you can utilize your time really well, you can maximize your efficiency. Like, my efficiency is really bad. Like, if they were to give me an efficiency score, mine would be low. Like, I utilize my time terribly. But I bet if he's really, really smart and utilizes his time, he would do better. So that's what I thought. David, Joe, you should work for a wrestling company. New Japan Pro Wrestling needs a new English language commentator. Well, you get me the job and let me know. I've applied for wrestling companies for years. I've even been interviewed by wrestling companies. I've even had wrestling companies reach out to me and tell me they really liked my stuff and they would be getting back to me soon, and then they didn't, or they didn't hire me. So people in WWE have seen my stuff. Wrestlers have reached out to me and DM'd me and told me that they can't believe I don't work for a company. So I don't know. You figure out a way to get me hired, I guess, because I've given up at this point. Mauro Ranallo gets the dream job of a lifetime, and he's scared of his own dick. And then he hides in the mountains somewhere. But anyway, so Elon is, under suspect. But then he plays Path of Exile recently, and that game's crazier than Diablo. And so it's really even harder to, pretend that you're... It's not that he's pretending that he's playing. He just got his character boosted, I think. I think all it is, hey, he's Elon Musk. He doesn't have a lot of time. Hey, somebody boost my guy to 100, and I'm going to start playing it. That's basically what I see him doing, because he's like, I don't have the time to level through everything. He probably played to level 15 and then was like, all right, I can't, I got stuff to do. Here, Chanboy7, can you level my guy to 100, load him up with all the stuff? I want to be this kind of build. And I'll see you later. And a week later, his character is leveled, and then he starts playing, but he doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't fully know the game 100%. I'm not sure, but that's basically what people are saying. But now it's turned into Quinn. I think Kriparian was reacting, and the crazy thing about this is these are all people that I know from Diablo, right? Kriparian is a legendary name for Diablo, as far as YouTubers go. He's one of the original Diablo streamers that I saw back in the day. I mean, I was streaming at the time too, but I wasn't covering gaming. Kriparian made a video. He got pissed off Elon Musk. Quinn69. Quinn is a huge Diablo guy. He's reacting to this. I don't even think Quinn's in trouble with Elon at all. Asmongold is the one that's in the most trouble by getting his checkmark taken away. And now I guess he's getting his checkmark back again after Elon got mad because Asmongold was making fun of him in the video, or making fun of the video with him being exposed. I mean, what is Elon is so Elon is salty about the fact that he got exposed, that his character was probably paid for, and he doesn't really know as much as people think he does and what he thinks he does. And Elon Musk is the Wizard of Oz at this point. Elon Musk is literally the fucking Wizard of Oz. And the crazy thing about this is Elon Musk told you guys all that this is who he is. And Elon Musk told us all this is who he is. Years ago, forever ago, Elon Musk was like, well, I'm not really like Nikola Tesla. The name is Tesla, but I'm not really like Tesla. I'm more like Edison. And, Edison is the guy that bought up other people's ideas and then used them and marketed them. Tesla was a guy who created great things, but always kind of kept them to himself. Elon's the sales guy or the marketer, or the guy that actually does stuff with the things. And he said that years ago. So that's the crazy thing, is he said that years ago, and that's who he's turning out to be, and everybody's surprised. But he's been telling us this, that he's Barnum and Bailey. You know what I mean? He's the guy who grabs the person's idea and then makes a show out of it. He's the Carney, kind of, Elon. But it's just, this is so funny. It's really funny. Let's dive over into Quinn69's video, because there's a lot of videos. There's a bunch of videos we got to watch, and this is mind-blowing. So Elon Musk allegedly pretty much seems like he didn't make any of his Path of Exile characters. He didn't make any of his Diablo characters, really. He's just playing characters that were made for him, which I understand because he's rich and has no time to do that. I don't know if I would do that, because, I mean, I would only do it if it was a new season and I wanted to get through the original 10 steps and just get to the end game. Do you know what I mean? So I could see doing that for end game purposes. But let's go over here. Let's check out Quinn.
Asmongold, because Asmongold released videos on Elon Musk's, basically saying Elon Musk is a gaming fraud, and he's absolutely boosted. Now Elon's sent out a tweet saying, Asmon behaves like a maverick, independent, but in reality, he has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He's not his own man.
So, dude, Elon is going on Twitter now, crapping on Asmongold, leaking their DMs, and being like, "Oh, I know something about Asmongold you guys don't know. He doesn't do his own work. He has to have people write all his stuff and come up with his things." But Elon doesn't know how this works, I guess. I don't know. Like, he's talking about Asmongold's editors. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, right. Okay. That's, and then he posts the DMs, bro. How fucking clueless is he to not understand almost every YouTuber over the size of, like, I don't know, like 5,000 subs or 10,000 subs has an editor. Like it's some sort of secret own. Oh, who are these mysterious editors? Oh, you're not even a real man. You've got editors doing your YouTube for you? But then I don't get, doesn't that mean he's not his own man? Right, which is why I obviously saw this tweet, had to retweet. At least Asmongold can log into his own PUE account without asking permission from his booster, which is the truth, bro. What, his YouTube editors, like, Danny comes in and is like, all right, Asmongold, I'm going to need you to say this word. Okay, here's the script. You're going to need to read that out, and then you're going to say that. All right, and then I want you to do a little react to this video here and say these things. And
it's just like, Elon Musk does not know how YouTube works. That's what it comes off to me as. Elon Musk doesn't know how YouTube works. Elon Musk is going against his own terms of service. Elon Musk is going against everything that he said he didn't like about the former Twitter people, which we all agree with Elon on. That's why we were happy that Elon bought Twitter, or X, because we were like, okay, great, freedom of speech, but Elon acts like a dictator, guys. And that's crazy because we all loved Elon, or at least I did. I still like Elon. I just think he's I think he's autistic. I strongly believe that Elon Musk is a very autistic person, dork, and he wants to be accepted, wants to be loved, and he doesn't quite know how to go about things. And sometimes it's like kids. This is like when you were kids, like dork kids. It's fucking crazy.
Like, that's what he thinks is happening. No. like, that's what's going for Elon Musk's brain, dude. And that's how, like, stupid he is to make this tweet, which is truly, I mean, it's true insanity, right? To the point where, wait, are we just making fun of someone who genuinely has, like, something wrong with their brain?
Autism.
Like, if they can't comprehend this basic level of, like, oh, YouTubers have editors, like, they make highlights of streams. Like, you know, are we making fun of someone who has some form of mental deficiency? Which then makes it a little bit, like, less funny, you know? This, to me, is just, like, it yells, I'm pathetic, I'm desperate for validation, and on top of that, I'm completely out of touch. I don't understand. He just thinks every YouTuber is sitting there, like, handcrafting every video and like, curating every single clip, and they're just, like, while streaming, like, fucking 8 to 10 hours a day, and they're just making, like, 15 YouTube videos a day while they're live. Like, I don't know how clueless is he, bro? New micros and part of XL2. Elon's map stash tab. Add a waster and stash tab to your account. Elon's map stash tab can hold up to 100 things. I think my name is one thing, but this is absolutely uncalled for. Oh shit, this little chipmunk's back. No other way to say this, but Asmongold is good at caustic commentary and making fun of people. He is not good at video games. Oh shit. Yo. Oh my god. Elon Musk is so mad, bro.
Dude, this is like a fight you would see between nerds from like I don't know, like back in the day. Like this is like this is like teenage nerds.
I mean, dude, Asmongold doesn't claim to be a rank 1 gamer. What are you on about? Okay, so he gaslights and then he makes up some random shit about not being good at video games. Whenever it goes, I mean, he's at no point projected, at no point claimed to be good at video games. Versus Elon Musk out here bragging on every show he can, on every fucking podcast. He's sending out tweets. I'm the best gamer. I'm the god. I was the god gamer of chess. I'm the god gamer of D4. I'm the god gamer of PoE. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'm doing 12 things right now while playing games. My mind palace, my brain demons, they're at me, and gaming helps me focus. Being the best is just what I do. Like, are you getting that? And then you're clearly cheating and clearly fucking boosted. I'm literally Iron Man. Yeah, that's what he's saying, dude. So,
This is dude, this is such a mess. Oh my god. Here's the most thin-skinned man alive. Dude, Elon Musk is slowly becoming Kim Jong-un from North Korea. Isn't Kim Jong-un like hit a hole in one every time he golfs and he doesn't shit and all that stuff? Like this, we're getting, I mean, are we not getting into that territory? I don't know.
John says, oh my god, he's the most thin-skinned man alive. Just let it go, man. Stop being online. You have more money than anyone else and you're fighting internet battles because nerds who otherwise love you found out you're boosting your account in a video game. I mean, it's kind of true. A little bit is an over-exaggeration, but
I mean, most people have liked Elon. That's why I don't know, why is he doing this? Why doesn't Elon just say, yeah, guys, I don't have enough time to waste to boost up to 80 or 100, you know? I did it privately testing the game and I didn't have time to do it, so I've got a guy who boosts me up there, and then I play the end game, you know, in my spare time. So you got me, you know, that sort of thing. That would have been way more respectable. You would have been like, oh yeah, that's funny. I figured that. I mean, the richest guy in the world. But instead, he's like, fuck you guys. I'm a great gamer, and Asmongold sucks. Ah, like, I mean, what is he doing? I'm gonna take away his check mark. I'm going to take away his Twitter. Oh, my God.
Actually, so I'm going to like that Hassan tweet. I'm going to like that Hassan tweet.
I did actually have a very good feeling, and I thought for sure that Elon was going to unfollow me or something.
You got to suck a stick.
Yes, Daddy Elon. Yes, you're the bestest gamer ever. You're the number one. You're the god gamer.
Basically, if you don't do that, fuck you. Even more important, that you critically your friends so that you can help them improve. Like, if your mates, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, why are none of Pirate's friends helping him out? But then maybe you can't get through to a guy like that. Just like maybe you can't get through to a guy like Elon Musk.
The bias.
Wait, Crip got timed out, bro? Your check mark is in jeopardy, Quinn. How will you cope? Oh, shit. Wait, we need to make... Wait, Crip, did he actually take your check mark? No, I got unverified when Elon took over and never paid, so I had him on for a while. Okay.
Basically, I react to the PoE video. Elon and
so
I have a
weird.
disagreement in DMs, and a brief disagreement, and this, of course, was at...
This is so weird. I mean, I know Elon has a character. I know it's really his character. I played Diablo with Elon. Do you know what I mean? Like, I played Diablo 4 with Elon Musk. I know it. I know he's really playing. That's the thing. He is playing. It's just he's playing a boosted character, which, whatever. I can't play Path of Exile unless I had a boosted character. I'm too busy. In my life, I'm too busy. I get that. But it's really Elon playing. I know that.
I thought leaking DMs was. I thought this was bad.
It's bad etiquette.
This was bad etiquette.
100%.
Right? This
Yep.
is bad internet
It is.
etiquette.
It really is.
For me to do. He did.
The only way you
did.
can link DMs is if it's consensual or the other person is doing something really fucked. That's the only time. Like, that person has to be doing something really fucked in DMs, or it's consensual.
Like, you have to understand that it could also be against the terms of service. And one of us, the two of us, one of us owns the website and the other one doesn't, right? So I'm not going to leak the DMs, okay? And so anyway, one of the things I said to him is, I said, level 97, you know, don't you think you're flying a little bit too close to the sun?
Yeah, there it is.
You know, or something like that, LOL.
You're taking the piss.
And,
He's taking the piss. Nobody believes that you're 97. Nobody, you're saying you're in the top 20. You're saying you're in the top 10. You're out there bragging. At least try, like, and make it seem believable. You know, maybe just go level 80 or something, you know?
If Elon wants to, we can figure out a way. Because, like, I know the things that people can check if you're cheating. I'll help you cheat, and people won't know. But you can't.
The problem is, too, it's not that he's cheating, right? It's not that he's, I mean, well, he is cheating, actually. I mean, if you're getting somebody else to boost your character to those levels, I think that's against the terms of service of, like, Diablo and maybe Path of Exile and all that stuff, too. So, you know, if I did that and I got found out, I could lose my whole account. So this is just too funny. I cannot believe that Elon wouldn't just say, "Hey, yeah, you know, I had some help. Maybe I had some help. Maybe I didn't." That's what you can do when you're a billionaire. I don't know, and then people would have laughed at that. Instead, to be like lash out and get mad at all the people you're trying to become friends with. Listen, Elon loves this gaming community and he wants to be one of the guys. And he's like, these people will love me, you know, that type of thing. And now that this has happened, he's like panicking, and now he's like, well, fuck you guys, like, you know, and it's like being at school with the schoolyard bullies or something, or like the schoolyard dorks. I don't know, bro. You know how nerds, like, sometimes they overreact. It's like, instead of just saying, like, you got me, you know, or whatever, and nobody would care. But because he's, like, doubling down and then taking away Asmongold's check mark and taking away his access on X, it's like, what? Over that? Over him reacting to Quinn's video about you? That's crazy. I don't think Quinn or maybe Kriparian, I don't know if either one of those guys lost any of their shit. But Asmongold did. So maybe he must really like Asmongold. I don't know.
Can't do it like this. It's too fucking obvious.
He's like, no, I want to be the highest rank possible so I can brag to Joe Rogan. And then Joe Rogan has no fucking clue what's going on. So he's going to be like, wow, holy Elon.
Yeah, Elon went on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, so you're like, someone told me the other day that you're like one of the best, you know, Diablo players in the world. And Elon's like, yeah, that's right. I'm ranked up in the first spot. And Joe Rogan's like, wow. Like, I mean, that's crazy. And, you know, have time to do that and then just be that good at that game is crazy. And Elon's like, yeah, so a little bit of investment, you know. And Joe Rogan's just like, this is crazy. You know, meanwhile, like, even when I was watching that, I was like, I'm like, but it seems so weird, like that he has the time to do this. You know, it just seems bizarre. You know, but Joe Rogan doesn't know, so Joe Rogan's just like, wow, you know. It's like if you're an engineer or a carpenter or somebody who's, you know, somebody who really knows a trade or a skill, or you're an engineer, and then somebody who doesn't really know that stuff but is faking it comes along and they're on a show, and someone says, "I heard you were a really good carpenter," and the guy's like, "Yeah, you know, I did all the windows in my house, I did all the doors, I did all the things that came out." Wow, that's crazy. Like, yeah, it's easy. You just knock the window out, you put the window in, and that's it. Or you do this, that, and the other thing, and then you don't know anything about anything, like nothing. You don't know J channels and shimmies and fucking insulations, and you don't know about anything. Like, why didn't you? I don't know. I really can't think of a good analogy, but you know what I mean. It's when you know something. It's like wrestling. We're talking about wrestling. Someone goes, "Oh, I love wrestling," and you're like, "Oh, wow, yeah, I do a wrestling channel. I've watched wrestling forever." So, yeah, for sure, man. What? Yeah, that's crazy. Who's your favorite wrestler? And they're like, "Well, I don't know, man. I used to watch, and I'm just like the biggest wrestling fan, dude. I'm so like the biggest fan." And you're like, "Damn, really? Yeah, I've got. Oh my god, bro, I watched everything." And you're like, "Shit." And then, hey, I was like, and then you're like, "Oh, hey, you remember when Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, they turned him heel, and then the guy's like, well, he was always a bad guy," and you're like, well, no, I mean, you know, like when he finally went heel after being a face heel, you know, and he went WCW and he started doing all the comedy with Deborah. And then the guy's like, "I don't know, I don't remember that." And then you're like, "What?" And then you're like, "How about?" I was like, "Remember the Iron Man match, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart?" And he's like, "I don't know, I didn't watch that." And you're like, "What?" And just you keep going through things, and the guy doesn't know anything. And at some point, he goes, "I think if I remember, you know, The Rock was like the Rock was the biggest champion of all time in WWE. He just was the guy. Like, I was the biggest wrestling fan." And you're like, "What? Fuck are you talking about? The Rock was the biggest champion of all. What are you saying?" I've heard people say stuff like that on podcasts where they're like, "Oh my, let's bring in our wrestling aficionado, Max, whatever." And the guy's like, "What's up, our wrestling nerd?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I love it. I went to WrestleMania last year." And he's like, "Well, The Rock was like the biggest wrestler, you know, he had the most championships. Like, everybody really, like, you remember how big The Rock was, you know?" And people are like, "Yeah, wow." And it's like they don't know what they're really talking about. It's like they were wrestling fans for like 2 years, and then they sort of saw it all, and they think they're like the biggest wrestling fan ever, and you're like, "You're a fucking fraud, bro." I'm taking too long to explain this analogy, but that's what it's like with Elon Musk. He goes on Rogan and is like, "Oh, you're amazing," but like Rogan doesn't know anything, and I just think Elon paid for stuff. Whatever. He's busy. He's busy. Get his character leveled up. Whatever. Who cares? Elon and Asmongold should be friends. But we shouldn't leak DMs. What are we leaking DMs?
Elon, you're so good. So that's why I go big dick in games and I become rank 1. It allows me to see the code. I can see the matrix because I am Neo. I am literally him. I am half man, half god. I am Elon Musk.
When I went to bed, I had the check mark and I had the gaming thing. When I woke up, I had neither. Then I had the check mark. Then I had the check mark and the gaming thing. And now I only have the check mark. So just so we...
Oh my god! Elon actually did do it! Holy! I was skeptical about that. Oh my god! Elon is unhinged. He's having a meltdown. He's a little man-child having a meltdown. He's taking away check marks. Oh, this is so pathetic. Oh, I pity him so much.
How could a guy be in his position and be this fucking
insecure?
What the fuck? It reeks of desperation. He's so petty and sad, bro. How can you be a billionaire, super successful guy, top whatever the fuck? Like, I mean, people think he's actually going to be maybe a president one day. I mean, and then he's just doing this shit over.
He's gonna be a dictator with this type of stuff. This is some Kim Jong-un type of shit.
A fake computer game rank. I mean, it's so sad.
This is what's happened. And so I think that he will get over it, and he will see where I'm coming from. In any sort of a group, if you don't call out bad actions by people,
True.
they multiply.
You know, like CEOs become massive, and it's because they get surrounded by people who aren't willing to stand up to them and say anything bad about them. So then they keep doubling down on their bad behavior, and it becomes an echo chamber where.
Hey Google, open search bar. Xvideos. Scroll, next 3, next.
All right. I mean, that wouldn't have worked anyway, but thanks for the $4. Busty blonde Asian mom. What the hell? That's the only donation I've gotten so far. It's from a guy who's trying to open up Google pages for Asian porn mom. What the fuck? Bro. Anyway, back to Quinn talking about Elon Musk. I just still don't believe this is real.
It just loops and reinforces bad behaviors, and that's how
It's like, I like Elon Musk, but how could you defend this? You can't defend this. Like, Elon Musk is acting terrible or acting weird like a baby. It's very weird. We like Elon. I do. But I'm starting to wonder because he's getting really weird recently. I mean, he's been weird, but this is really weird.
So you get these unhinged mental, just punishing people and yelling at flight attendants and doing all sorts of unhinged shit. It's because they surround themselves with this environment. And that's 100% what's happened to Elon Musk. That's what's happening with Pirate. That's what happened with Kanye West. They get to a threshold, a point where everyone's like, dude, the fuck is wrong with you? And everyone hates them. And that's what's happening right now to Elon Musk.
Yeah, there we go. Like, he didn't even get his check. Like, he didn't get in trouble. Like, Crip got in trouble. I got in trouble. Quinn didn't get in trouble. Quinn made the fucking video. That's not fucking fair.
We're going to say I'm the man.
You can't go and you can't do this in front of everybody and expect for people to say that the emperor's got new clothes. You can't do it because it makes everybody complicit in a known lie. And you bought Twitter because the world was compelled into being complicit with so many known lies.
The whole point.
And so
all he does is preach about truth and the freedom of speech and letting people know the truth. And it's kind of funny because the owner systems, which he, I don't know if he actually made it, but he definitely encourages them and talks about how good they are actually annihilating him. He's getting called out by it. It's super hypocritical, right?
I'm saying
Elon Musk is getting community noted like crazy. Like all over the Twitter, Elon Musk's own tweets are getting community noted. Which is really funny.
This so we don't have the same type of fucking weird biases, double standards, and bullshit that he and I have complained about for years. And I'm not saying, like, you're not the worst person, is not the terrible guy or anything like that. But come on, man, you get 97's too high. And if you want to have somebody play your account, that's fine. But you can't go and act like you played it yourself.
There it is. True.
Like, it's not a big deal.
True.
So he's mad at you for defending Pirate? No, well, actually, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that is why. I have no idea. And so anyway, that's what it was. And
Walking on eggshells, man. Walking on eggshells, like some sort of schizo girlfriend is just going to get mad at fucking anything, dude.
I don't need anybody defending my gaming abilities. I do suck at a lot of video games. It's not really a big deal.
There it is.
And it's a game, right?
How does he tweet so... Bro, Bro, there ain't no way you get even 97 in the game if he's just tweeting this much, by the way. There's like even if he were just... He didn't show how bad he was at the game or anything, and all you knew was just how much he tweets and what his levels in PoE. You'd be like, well, it's impossible. In this period of time, you tweeted 2,700 times.
It's tweet per hour, bro. It's too high.
Asmon behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. He is not his own man. This was in response to uploading content onto Twitter, right? And so he says, sure, who are these mysterious editors? And then
Mysterious
these,
editors.
you know, leaked. These are my 2 editors. They basically run the entire YouTube account. Absolutely true.
Interesting.
And so basically,
So now Elon Musk leaked his editors out. So now everybody can reach out to his editors to try to get them to edit for them. For all you annoyed Asmongold.
any content I upload is edited or uploaded by them. And
Who are these members? You know, he's sitting there like, oh, he's got shadow writers that tell him what to do. He's got the shadow writers in the walls telling him what to say. Asmongold has no idea. He thinks he's like, oh, this guy's not retarded, right? He knows what a YouTube editor is, right? Like, it's some guy who just re-uploads the fucking content from the live stream and cuts it in a way that's more palatable, more succinct, and overall better. And Elon Musk is like, the guys, the puppet masters pulling the strings.
And so I think that he interpreted me saying that I had editors as like a formal publication saying that I have editors.
The TLDR of this is Elon Musk is retarded. And he's just completely misunderstanding the situation, going full in unhinged mode, full unhinged, and then abusing his power, right, to try and make himself look good. That's all that's happening. That's what's going on here. Everyone can see it, and it's just sad and pathetic.
I have a lifetime of playing.
So the video now for Asmongold talking about how he got his stuff leaked is like at 1.5 or 2.5 million views, which I guess is probably what maybe is why Elon's mad, because it's got more views than Quinn's original video. Original fucking video on him making fun of Elon and sort of talking about how he's cheating. And that video has more views now than the original video.
Playing video games. At one point I was, maybe one of the best Quake players in the world.
You're actually like a world-class, incredible video game player.
Yeah.
The Paragon board and the build, you're also an innovator there.
Yeah, I played a lot of video games.
You think about like StarCraft, any game where a lot of people are playing, to rise to the top, you have to be exceptional, period, as a human being.
Yeah.
There has to be something exceptional about you.
Yeah.
Are you in the top 20 in the world or the top 20 wow, in Diablo?
Yeah.
Shooting rockets into space, making e-vehicles, starting a new department of the government. I actually let myself think maybe he actually is an alien, because there's just no.
Guys, he's just facilitating those things. He's a smart guy who's facilitating these things. He's not actually designing the rocket. You know what I mean? How do people not know that? I mean, I love Elon, but I know that. He's not the rocket scientist. He's just good at coordinating the scientists and funding it.
Oh, unless he's paying people to do it for him, which obviously he's not.
So let's start off with some context. Elon Musk's character is currently level 97, aka rank 12 on hardcore, that's permanent death mode, Trade League. Let me try to give you a quick understanding as to how hard it is to get to that level. 2 weeks into the league, when people are playing the game, literally, they're staying up
like 18 hours, 20 hours, whatever.
40 to 50 hours without sleeping, only playing part of Exile.
Yeah.
And they are the most try-hard guys in the world. The highest ranked player on the Hardcore Trade League was level 93. Okay, and you're thinking about yourself, that's kind of close to 97. Every time you level it up, it becomes exponentially harder to gain experience. A lot harder and a lot harder. Okay, so
it's not hard if you have 3 different people sleeping on different schedules running your character, right? Then you get multiple other people running characters so that they can just trade and give you things that you need and purchase things that you need. And at the same time, the character never sleeps, right?
So these players, to get to 97, have to be playing the game every day, for the majority of their day. Currently, what is their highest ranked player? They're level 97, same as Elon Musk. So, I mean, he effectively has been playing, pretty much just doing nothing except playing Path of Exile. So let's just go over some of the things that happened. So right away, we see Elon zone into his hideout, which is the area you do in-game content from. And he opens up his bank, and he goes to a tab called Elon's Maps, which immediately is a little bit of a red flag because I don't know why you would refer to yourself in third person, but okay, he does that. Elon Musk didn't play Path of Exile 1. In Path of Exile 2, maps are actually called waystones. And he never actually refers to them as maps. He calls them...
Play another round here. This is a hard level. Waystone.
So it's just kind of weird that he's, again, called his tab Elon's Maps. So almost like someone who's a Path of Exile 1 veteran, you know, is kind of making that tab and be like, Elon, you know, there's a tab there called Elon's Maps. Grab your map out there. I've rolled them all for you. They're nice and easy. He then proceeds...
That is one of the most bizarre...
to walk up to his map device and go to put a map in. The literal first thing you learn upon getting to the end game is how to operate this map device. You're going to start off at a node, and then from that node, you can go to adjacent connected maps. Now, Elon, he's trying to click...
Oh, he's trying to do the map that's not in the chain.
He's just clicking a map repeatedly, trying to access it. He was not eligible to enter that map.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Anyone who's level 97 is, and you know, we're talking one of the most efficient players in the game, period. There is no way you would do that. Why just like sitting there like some sort of geriatric old man clicking this node, expecting something to happen, and then he finally kind of gives up after a while and then realizes his mistake. We then get a look at his inventory. So Elon Musk is stuck going into the map and with full bags. If you're an efficient player, you're going to clear a map, you're going to loot the valuable items, you're going to go in, and you're going to take those items and you're going to basically look through the good ones, keep the good ones, list them up for sale, and then truck away the trash ones. It's almost like he has no understanding as to like what items are or what you're even supposed to do with them. So now Elon zones into the map.
So what I'm doing here is just boosting my shield before battle via meditation. Meditation before battle is always good.
And he starts killing monsters. He starts obliterating monsters with his character. But what becomes obviously apparent...
There's a Chaos Orb. There's a Chaos Orb. Look at the Chaos Orb. I would have been like, wow, that's the
Chaos Orb, no loot filter.
Filter is like, no, he's just running past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Chaos Orbs are one of the most important currencies, and they're also really rare. I have about 140 Exalts. I have like 9 Chaos Orbs, just so you guys understand.
So in Path of Exile, the devs are these evil guys, and they talk about feeling the weight, and they effectively just drop tons and tons of items, and you have to know what to pick up. So what GGG have done, the people who make the game, they've made this system called loot filters, which gets...
So you would think he would have a loot filter on, and you would think like there would be a beam, or it would be like, oh my god, orb on the ground, Chaos Orb, and he doesn't have a loot filter. So basically what it does is the loot filter, if 20 items are going to drop, most of them are useless for you. You can adjust a loot filter at the time, right? Like to me, I only want to see these good items. Don't show me an item unless it's these items or this item, because I've got all these other things in mass. Don't need these things. And so you would think not only would you see the Chaos Orb, but you would also probably maybe even have a loot filter on the Chaos Orb. Neither thing happens in that situation, which is crazy. Oh my god. It's funny. I don't think there's a problem with Elon doing this. To me, I don't care. I think people's issue is that he's like lashing out at people about it.
Rid of 90 to 95, even in some cases, like we're talking 98% of all loot that drops, because otherwise your screen is just cluttered and you won't even notice when you get a good drop. It's unfathomable for someone to be in the top ranks without a loot filter. Yet Elon Musk, the god gamer, he doesn't play with a loot filter. The only thing Elon does pick up, maps, because the default in-game loot filter highlights those. Those things are worthless. The actual items of value that he should be picking up, that he would have had to pick up in order to get the gear, leave it on the ground. Anyone who's been playing the game and is a complete expert, we're talking he's cleared thousands of maps, he's been playing that character for hundreds of hours, he's going to be pretty damn good at, playing the character. He gets to the boss, he's fighting the boss, and I want to say for about 10 seconds, he sits there and he's out of mana. Mana is a resource in this game where you need it in order to use your abilities. He just sits there, default attacking the boss without activating his mana flask. Anyone who's played the game and understands the character would understand, like, oh, I'm not doing any damage because I'm out of mana. Elon Musk takes 10 seconds. He then goes on to loot items off the ground. He starts dragging them into his bag. Like,
Elon Musk plays like I play.
I don't even know how to describe to you how painful that is to anyone who actually plays the game. And his bags are full and he just keeps clicking it over and over and over again. Nobody, not even people who are kind of noobs at the game, do this. I don't even think Elon Musk has done the campaign, honestly, like just based on what I'm seeing in terms of the gameplay. His settings on the map transparency are turned on by default. His life values are turned on. All these basic settings that anyone in the top 100 would do, he is not doing. Maps can effectively have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be a map which has an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has the real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
Oh my god, I never saw that one. Oh my god, 4 things. Oh my god, this reminds me of when I was streaming Diablo 2 like a long time ago, or like Diablo 3 or something, and I had no idea, oh my god, bro, about something, and so I just said that thing's cool. 4 things
have different content on them, and that content will be signified by icons on the map. So it could be a map which has an expedition in it, a breach in it, or it could be corrupted. Elon starts looking through the atlas, and he finds a map with, I kid you not, 4 things on it.
There are 4 things there. So this one has the real risk of dying.
4 things. What are those things?
God, dude. 4 things. It's 4 things, dude.
So this one has the real risk of dying.
Not this far in the game and calling it 4 things. Stop, bro. Dude, stop. Oh my god, I literally can't. He then goes on to say, oh, kid you.
This is max difficulty on hardcore. If there's a way to get higher difficulty, I don't know what it is, but this is everything maxed out.
Path of Exile has boss fights and end-game bosses, which are quote-unquote difficult battles, which Elon actually did do in one of his streams, where he just went into the end-game boss and died repeatedly to it. Maps are just farming. You go into maps and you farm them for loot and experience. They're not the most difficult battles, and I don't know if he's trying to deceive people watching a stream into thinking that he's doing some insanely hard thing, whenever he's literally doing something you do to effectively grind or farm. And if you thought this was bad, I did not even get to the worst part. In Path of Exile, gear has requirements to equip it, but that has nothing to do necessarily with how good it is. For example, one of the most powerful and best items in the game is a level 1 required to equip staff, which is maybe, I think, even the most meta build in the game right now. It's super, super broken, insane damage. And Elon Musk starts going over his gear.
This is a great staff, but it's only a level, 62 staff.
His weapon is, I kid you not, one of the best, if not the best staffs on the entire hardcore trade league. You cannot even buy it. Insane weapon.
These affixes are, I'd hate to say perfect, but they might be perfect.
Just the PvPS criteria on trade, we can see there's literally 1 staff in existence on the entire market. Not only does Elon have a staff that you can't even buy, but it's so good that the second best one, which is missing 2 of what makes a staff so powerful for an invoker, which is the crit and crit bonus, is still 20 divines, and that's obviously very expensive.
Here I am, like, level 95, but my staff is only level 62. my helmet is level 56.
Int, lightning, and chaos resist. Okay. It's only 56.
Amulet level 61. Ring is only level 48, 49. At least a level 75 jacket.
It's a jacket with 6 things. Yeah, tell us how bad the item that only drops from the highest difficulty of the hardest boss. Just tell us that it's only level 52. Did you find this at level 52? That's impressive.
Level 52 here.
They can only ever be level 52. Bro, Elon Musk is a fucking fraud, bro.
Pretty low level compared to my character level, but it seems to work pretty well. In softcore, you can get much better equipment.
In order for him to have insane gear, he has to understand how the economy works. He has to be basically trading.
Anyone who's played Path of Exile to the end game in a trade league knows that you have to trade in order to obtain what looks like some of the best gear pieces in the entire game. If we look at some of these player accounts, we can see what they have for trade. You know, 700 plus items for sale, multiple divine items. You can see hundreds of divines worth of listed items. This is also someone from the top 10, ranked number 4, Focus here, worth 50 divines alone. This is the number 1 guy. You can see he's hundreds of divines, again, worth of items, multiple mirrors, all these players. If we go to Elon's account, he's got only 21 items for sale, and they're all absolute garbage. It's clear he's really not making much money, or any money at all. So something I did notice last week, I did the same search because I was curious what he might have been selling, and I grabbed the screenshot which I shared to my Discord, and it's this really crappy crossbow for 18 divines. So why is it listed for 18 divines, and where did it go? Is it possible he vendored it? Yes. Why was it listed for 18 divines? I don't really know. I don't want to fuel any conspiracy theories, but I have been made aware that RMT, typically they use legitimate listings that are far overpriced, and that is how they mask the transaction as legitimate. So if he were to buy 18 divines for, you know, $100 US or whatever, he could have done so through this listing.
And if you needed any more proof that Elon is 100% boosted, he was playing the game today inside of maps, blasting, while simultaneously on a X space talking to like some far right wing part of some German government. I don't know, some political bullshit. Okay, I guess he's just that much of a god gamer.
Oh my God. I have never, I don't think I've ever seen somebody go to these lengths to, I don't know what, appear that they're doing well in a video game. I mean, was it like some kind of a marketing thing to be like, I want to be like, everyone's going to be talking about Diablo 4. I got to be on there like marketing my brand or myself. But I mean, you could really have just done that by just playing the game regular. You could just play the game regular. But I guess if you weren't that great at it or you didn't know it, you could appear dumb or could appear embarrassed, or other people would have to help you. I don't know. I cannot believe that Elon Musk has gone to these lengths to pretend how good he is at Path of Exile or Diablo. That's crazy. And again, anybody who knows the games, I didn't pick up on some of this stuff. I questioned from the beginning, though, like, something about the timing doesn't add up with his gaming. and it seems like something's up. But I never went to the full length of studying everything he was doing. And I heard some people saying, I feel like, yeah, he's boosting or he's got something. A lot of people suspected it and mentioned it, and I thought it on my own. Just it seems weird that he's able to do this. But it wasn't until Path of Exile came out, which is a crazy, crazy game, that we should be glad that he doesn't grind out Diablo 4. That's true. That's true. Well, I figured we'd sit here and laugh about this for a little bit. I wanted to talk about it and kind of react and just... I don't know what he's doing now to Asmongold on the on Twitter, but fucking still kind of sick today. It sucks. I'm on hundreds of streams on YouTube. Oh my God. Dude. What is Elon doing?
That account. Like, I'm sorry. I think he bought the account or somebody played it for him. 100%.
I just want you guys to understand, this is one of the highest level hardcore characters in the game. He would have played thousands of maps at this point.
Just ran past Chaos Orbs. He just ran past the Chaos Orb.
Now, what I think is even funnier.
Asmongold behaves like a maverick independent, but in reality, he has to ask his boss for permission before he can do anything. Asmongold does not have bosses. He employs content editors to package and redistribute content from his live Twitch streams on other platforms such as YouTube. The editors mentioned in the DMs leaked in Elon's follow-up comment are his employees. So Elon, it's so weird, man. Elon got community noted on his own community notes. Here's me doing a world record Diablo clear with Ace of Spades headquarters on stream. But no one's denying that you didn't do that. It's what they're saying is that you paid for it.
Okay. Spoilers? No, spoiler, but it's a vampires and ghosts. They actually have a good XP. Pulling ahead, getting a bigger pack.
It's like we all know you could probably do that because of the character you have. This is wild. This is the dumbest controversy yet. It is funny that people are mad at Elon for the gaming stuff. I mean, I will say that. Like, this is the problem. And honestly, I think a lot of people that like him, though, are calling him out for this, though. So it does matter to people. Because people that like him are calling this out. They're like, this doesn't seem right. Why would anyone defend calling it out? Not defend calling it out. People they have eyes. They see this. They go, what the hell's going on? That doesn't mean that everything else Elon's doing is bad. It's just that this is weird. It's a weird thing. Now, I will say that Kriparian guy, Kriparian definitely does not like Elon. Like, he is definitely like a far left, like, person who hates Elon. So he's just very snarky and nasty to Elon. And he's like that anyway, I think. So I think Kriparian is like, so to make him even more angry, it's like, that's the type of guy that probably hates salesman people and stuff like that. So that dude is definitely lit and loving this. Because he really, really doesn't like Elon anyway. Whereas Asmongold likes Elon. You know? But there is a long history of Elon Musk getting really weird with people that don't agree with him. The weird thing about Elon is Elon gets more mad at people that challenge him but that are more like him. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that actually like Elon Musk, and those people are the ones he gets the maddest at when they challenge him. So if you were to say, Elon, I think that, this is wrong, here's why, and you challenge him, he like goes furious or something. It's crazy. And you're like, dude, I don't even hate you. I like you. I'm just saying, like, look at this. He gets the maddest at those people for some fucking reason. You know what I mean? It's so weird how mad he gets. And it's like, what are you doing? Why are you getting this mad? And I think it's, like I've said this for a long time, and I'm going to keep saying it forever. Even though I like Elon, I'm going to say it forever. I think he's autistic. I think Elon Musk is autistic, and he's missing some kind of social cues, and he like snaps when he just doesn't know how to deal with it. Very strange. But I don't know. I'll probably never play with Elon again now. I don't know. Elon kind of reminds me of a dictator from like North Korea. A little bit. Because do you guys remember, you know what I'm talking about? You know when you hear the stories about Kim Jong-un or like even kind of Vladimir Putin a little bit, but more Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un, you hear these stories like, oh, he's always gotten a hole-in-one and he wins at every game he plays and, he doesn't go to the bathroom. And you hear those stories and you're like, what? You're like, what kind of a person, even if they're a dictator, says that stuff to people and tells his people that and then wants his people to believe that? And you're like, that's fucking crazy. And you're like, I've never seen that type of person, really. Like, that sounds nuts. And then you see this stuff with Elon and you're like, because Elon says he's the best at chess. He's never lost a game of chess. So Elon has never lost a game of chess. And he's like number one in the world at like Path of Exile and Diablo. And it's like, that seems a little weird. So he's got this weird, like, you've got to understand that I'm the best at this, actually. It's crazy. Like, and this is the kind of stuff that sometimes I feel like people sometimes say this about Trump, but Trump's not like this. I don't think Trump's like that. I mean, sometimes he seems like he's like that because Trump says things like, I did the best at that. I worked really hard. We worked and we got it to number one. It was the best ever. It was the most thing ever, whatever. But he sort of like exaggerate tongue-in-cheeks it. Where like, I feel like Elon is like legit like, I've never lost a chess ever. I mean, I don't think Trump would ever say, I've never lost at golf. Oh, I've never lost at golf. I don't think he's ever said, he would say that. I feel like Trump would say, I win more than I lose. Trump would say something like that. Well, I win more than I lose. Let's just say that. Or I'm better than you think. You know what I mean? That's something Trump would say. I think but Elon is on some kind of, maybe he's just reverting back to his liberal ways. Because, I mean, Elon was a liberal about 3 years ago. He voted for Biden, so maybe he's just falling back to his Dem ways. No, I don't think so. I think he just does whatever he wants, and he's out of it. Very strange. Very strange. But a lot of the people that are criticizing Musk, I mean, they like Musk. That's the thing. A lot of the gamers who are calling out Musk a little bit, and they're like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? They like him. They like him. So that's the crazy thing. Ugh. David Lynch, rest in peace, by the way. That's crazy. I did not find out about that until earlier this morning. That really sucks. David Lynch was legendary. So that really kind of blows. Well, Dr. Fauci is not a nerd. Dr. Fauci is a criminal. So Dr. Fauci is like a fucking murderous psycho. Dr. Fauci is not a nerd. A nerd is smart. Dr. Fauci is not really smart. Dr. Fauci is a sick bastard who lies about gain of function and works with the Chinese government to release COVID, and allegedly, and but we know tortures animals. So fuck Dr. Fauci, but he's not a nerd. Because a nerd is smart. Dr. Fauci's a fake, too. He looks like a nerd. It's true. A lot of German scientists who tortured people were nerds also. Let's see. I think so. He gave us AIDS.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9.
Gerald Armstrong.
I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Just got home from an ethics class, ironically. If this is true, this is highly unethical because he owns the platform and you shouldn't leak DMs from a platform that you own, or at all.
Yeah, it's a little bizarre that Elon Musk would leak the DMs of Asmongold on a platform he owns where that's not ethical, and it's not ethical anyway, and yet Elon knows this. That's what at first I was like, is this a work? Are these guys working us? But it's not a work. I wouldn't think so. It's just it's really real. I can't believe that. But bro, listen, I will always call out anybody and everybody. You know what I mean? I will call out everybody and anybody and everybody. That's why I have no problem saying it. I liked Obama for a while. I voted for Obama. I made a mistake. I was wrong. I voted for Obama. And then 4 years later, I felt a little bit worried about Obama. And then 4 years later after that, I felt disgusted by Obama. But not as bad as Bush, but pretty bad. And I was like, ooh. So listen, I have no problem calling somebody out. If somebody wants to change who they are or rip off the facade and become something that they weren't before, because you have a lot of people that are like, I told you Elon Musk is crazy. It's like, no, he wasn't really before that much. There is some evidence of this though before, like do you remember when there was something to do with kids being rescued or minors trapped or somebody like that? And do you remember Elon Musk, he threw a hissy fit over that, over something about that with minors or people being trapped in a coal mine or something like that. Like that he would rescue them, and it was something weird. I don't remember exactly now what it was. But that was the first thing that I saw from him that I was like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, dude? But like, so the guy goes back and forth from, you know, sounding really great to then doing something really dumb crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he wants to be liked so much that he's willing to do anything for it. But then if you don't accept that he did the thing for it, then you're a real psycho. It's like, well, I lied so you'd like me. And if you don't believe that, I'm going to destroy you. What? You know what I mean? What are we saying? But Elon has done a lot of great things, and Elon has been great. I think he's autistic. I think it's something mentally with him. I think he's an autistic person. So I do have some sad pity for him. I think he doesn't understand some social things in his brain. That's why he leaped up like a fairy girl at the Trump rally when he was like, ah! Like, so Elon is somebody that 70% of the time I really appreciate. But there's that 30% of him that's super dangerous. Like, you got to watch it. And I feel the same way about some of the other people. But again, these people wouldn't be in power if the left hadn't have been warmonger crazy people that lied so much. Now we've got these people, you know, so it's just like, it's just crazy how everybody is. But, you know, we'll just continue to call everybody out for everything whenever we want and whenever we have to, because I will never stop calling people out if I want to. I don't care who it pisses off. I don't care. I've lost so many friends over the years and listeners, friends, whatever, because I'm going to call it all out all the time. I don't care. That's why I don't have a job in the WWE. I don't have a job in the WWE because I literally called out all their shit and flipped out and entertained you guys. And they're like, wow, we could never hire this guy now. And they've told me that, and they've told you that. So I don't mind being real and calling out what I want to call out, even if it pisses off one side or the other side or every side. In the end, I'll have no friends because I will call out every side, and chances are every person has some flaws about them or does something wrong. It's not the end of the world. You know, you lied about games. But what else will you lie about? If you lie about games, and then before the gaming controversy, there was the whole H1B controversy. See, the thing is, I'm not going to change my stance, but these people are. I've always had just about the same beliefs that I do right now, but other people change, and then they get mad. It's like, I've always believed these certain things. A lot of people over here believe in America first and the American workers. So when you suddenly say H1B and we're going to bring in smart people, though, to take your jobs, as opposed to dumb people who we don't know who they are coming from the border, we're going to bring in real smart people to take your jobs. Oh, well, no, we don't want anybody doing that. Oh, well, how could you not want anybody? Well, where have you been? You know? So I don't change my beliefs. Other people change their beliefs. The government changes their beliefs. And because of that, I don't move far left or far right. I stay the same usually, but the left moves farther left, and the right moves farther right, or the right moves further left, or the left moves further right. I stay about the same, pretty much. I don't really change about where I am, but I will vote for the person who's most aligned with me. where I am still at the same almost place I always have been. That's the funny thing is people will say that you changed. You didn't. You changed. You changed the goalpost. I'm voting for what's in front of my goalpost. You know, that's what's there. Could be an independent. Could be anybody. But as far as games, I mean, you can't fool gamers like this. I mean, you know, at the very least, Elon, he could have said, hey, I was streaming, and when I'm streaming, I'm not paying attention. I'm not good at streaming and talking to the chat and then playing the game at the same time. So I was just kind of clicking things and fuddling around, not paying attention at the time. And that would be a good answer from Elon. It would be like, oh, okay, I could see that. You know, you weren't really thinking because you were reading the chat while you were playing. You were more interested in the social, in the accolades and the questions and the comments and the chats. And you were so fascinated by that, you were reading everybody's feedback that you weren't really paying attention to the game. So when you're reviewing every little nano movement I'm making in the game, it does look stupid because I'm not really paying a lot of attention. I play better when I'm playing offline, but when I come online to engage with people, I get a little distracted. I get like that in games. I can't tell you how many times I've died in hardcore, where I never would have died in hardcore, but I got distracted reading the chat, and I was clicking the same wall over and over again, delaying while I'm reading the chat. I've done that. That's the way I operate. So Elon could have said that, and I would have been like, okay, that's a pretty good excuse for that. And then Elon could have said, hey, listen, I'm really a busy guy, and I have a lot of funds, and my time is precious, but I love these games, and I love playing the end game of these games, and therefore, hey, maybe I have powers that you don't know about. And then people go, oh, you, Elon, you bastard. That's crazy. All right. And you just be like, okay, whatever. But when you're like, no, I'm the best at this. I'm the best in the world at this game. And then people see the way you're playing and all the evidence of all the things. I mean, they're going to, people love a mystery. Thank you to Gerald Armstrong for that donation. Let me check out the chat. Jayfinity is here. Oh my God, Jayfinity with 900 comments. Where has Vivek been? Vivek is hiding. I think Vivek went into hiding. He just came back yesterday, actually. Vivek went into hiding because he supported the H1B thing. And so Vivek was probably hiding so that he could come up with a game plan as to how to either back off of that, pretend that's not what he wants to do, or to do it. One of those things. But either way, he clearly went into hiding. Like, I made everybody mad with this thing. But what I like about the MAGA people. Not all the MAGA people. Some of the MAGA people are psychos, no doubt about it. But what I like about some of the MAGA people is that they hold their people accountable. A lot of them. I don't know about Trump. Like Trump, they're so in on. I get it. Like they really don't want to go at Trump. But a lot of the MAGA people that were like, love Vivek, love Elon, all that stuff, they called those people out. Like, hey, fuck you. We're not doing that. What the fuck are you saying? So that's what I really like about them. They're not just blindly going like, no, I love Vivek and Elon and Trump and everybody is correct. They're like, no, fuck you guys. No. Like, I don't think you understand. We don't just suck your balls. You don't do this. And I think Vivek and them were like, oh shit, let's hide and figure this out. It's weird. Where's Vance? I don't know where Vance is. Maybe he's, I don't know about that one. I know the Vivek one, but I don't know about Vance. So right-wingers flip like left-wingers. Probably. Maybe. Although, J.D. Vance is a huge flipper. J.D. Vance is a master flipper. J.D. Vance said Trump was like Hitler. I mean, dude, when I when I knew Trump was the best candidate years ago, J.D. Vance was calling Trump Hitler. I've never really liked J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance called Trump Hitler, which is retarded. You're calling somebody Hitler when fucking Hitler killed so many people. How many people did Hitler kill? You're calling Trump Hitler? Dude, what the fuck is J.D. Vance was he talking about? I'm Joe Cronin. I should be vice president. You know why I should be vice president? Because I never called you Hitler, sir. Because you're not Hitler. It was funny the other day when Obama was laughing with, actually Hitler. And all these people are meeting with Trump and talking to him, and they're actually hanging out with actually Hitler. So many people have called Trump Hitler. It's retarded. It's always the left shifts further left. Could both sides have shifted further? Yes. Yes, Jfinity. It's not always the left shifts further. It used to be always that the right and the left shift further. Usually, to be honest, what happens, Jfinity, you can look this up. What happens is everything shifts left. I mean, I'm serious. Everything usually does shift left. Progressive. Like at first, the right is against, gay marriage. The right is against gay people existing. And then they're like, okay, they're people too. They can love who you love. It's whatever. And then it's okay, you can get married. And then it's okay, you can, have a child. And then it's okay, you can molest my kids for me. Like it moves further left all the time. It's just a proven thing. But what also happens is the seesaw, right? The seesaw. So, I jumped off the wagon because the seesaw went way too far, retarded. So, every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Einstein, right? Or whatever. Newton's law of physics. So, when you're putting books in libraries for kids about sucking ass and gay sex and weird stuff in kids' libraries, and that's a fact. We all know what has been going on throughout the country. And then what happens? What happens after that? Some places in Florida, like Florida, end up banning. Yes, they ban some of the books that should be banned because they're pornographic books for little children. That's crazy. They're not banned from the real library. They're not banned from bookstores. They're not really banned. They're just banned from children's school libraries. But then what do? They actually ban some real books. They actually ban books. Some books that shouldn't be banned. Right? So you get this overcorrection on every side. Oh, people are being, look what the left did. Oh, people are being mean. Okay, well, we'll lock you up for hate speech now. What the fuck is hate speech? It's just so it goes from, we're supposed to have free speech to you'll go to jail for hate speech to, no, you can say anything you want, including threatening to kill minority. And it's well, no, you can't do that because that's an actual threat of violence. But you can make jokes. So we need to make sure that we stay in the middle somewhere, in the middle of reality, and not let the far left people bring us down to this and let the far right people bring us down to this shit, because both opposite sides will go loony bin on both sides. You need to be somewhere in that middle ground that makes sense. But every single time one side does something extreme, the other side comes back with vengeance, the other extreme. That's what happens. So no, it's not just the left or the right. I don't know where Vance has been though. I don't know. Wow, the inauguration ceremony is not even going to happen outside. All that stuff about it, outside and the masses. President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration ceremony moving indoors to the Capitol Rotunda because of a frigid weather forecast. Wow. This will be one for the left-wing history book people. On a frigid, cold, bitter day, Trump took office. Wow. The last time the ceremony was held indoors was Ronald Reagan's second inauguration when it was only 7 degrees out. The parade was canceled as well. Former President Barack Obama's first inauguration was the only other sub-freezing high inauguration day. Wow. That's crazy. That's interesting. Yeah, rest in peace, David Lynch, man. Let's see. Too cold in D.C., they're afraid of another teleprompter attack? Yeah, maybe. They might be. There's a big warning. I mean, they're going to try to kill Trump, So I'm sure they're worried about him being killed. So. They definitely got to watch out. Because we know how hard they're trying to kill Trump. Because Trump is trying to do things differently. And the deep state is not happy. The left and the right are going to do everything they can to take Trump out of here. I actually wanted to go to a Knicks game this season, but the price for tickets and people not wanting to play in good saved me a couple $100. Oh, because nobody wants to go see them play at this time, right? Yeah. Yeah, I remember Obama's first one was really crazy. They're like, we are not missing the inauguration of the first black president. Like, we're going outside, baby. They were like, we're going outside. You know what I mean? I can understand why they suffered through the Obama one. That was like a really... I mean, if it had gotten a little worse, maybe they would have gone inside, but I think they were like, we've got to do it out here. First black president, very historic stuff. I just think they pushed it, and I think with this Trump is like, well, assassination attempts, safety, it really is freezing. I've been here before. Let's just do it inside. But I am surprised because I'm surprised that Trump isn't like, no, we're doing it out there. But I'm sure he's not. He's probably grumpy about it. He's probably going to say, I wish I could have had it out there. It would have been beautiful, but they said I couldn't do it. I fought like hell. But, it was something like that, which I understand. I don't. I think I watched that from home, but. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker. Yeah. I did not know Bob Uecker died. Why do I not know about all these people dying? I mean, Bob Uecker, didn't he die a while ago? I thought Bob Uecker died years ago. What are we talking about? That's crazy. Trump saying Obama wasn't born in America was comedy. No, I think a lot of people believe that. I don't think it's comedy. I think people believe that. And if you look it up, it's kind of weird, to be honest. I never really jumped on the Obama not born here train. I didn't really care as much as other people did about that. And at the time, we were coming off of Bush, and I really hated Bush. Now everybody loves Bush. Oh, my God. Bush is so great. Yeah, Bush is a warmonger, murderous person. So was and Obama, too. Obama and Bush, awful people. But at the time, I was like, I couldn't believe that about Obama because I was just like, you know, these people will say anything, whatever. But it is kind of weird. But yeah, I don't really, I never really got on board with that. I mean, if you can prove something 100%, or you can like definitively prove something, I mean, that might be different. But like, one of the things too is like, when somebody calls somebody else out for all these things and then you do it too, it looks so bad. You look bad. Like you call other people out for stuff and then you do it. It's weird. The right does that a lot with certain things, but then the left does it too with stealing the right's ideas. Like, put it this way. Like Antifa is out burning stuff and assaulting people and tearing shit up, tearing the country apart. So then the right wing ends up coming out with the Proud Boys, right? The Proud Boys start going to sort of oppose Antifa. Then the left wing people all start talking about, well, Antifa exists because of the Proud Boys. Like, what are you talking about? The Proud Boys exist because of Antifa. So it's weird how like the left will do things first that is terrible, and then when the right does it, the left acts like the right is the one that's always been doing that. And you're like, but no? It's weird. But then the right will be like a lot of right-wing people or left-wing people, they'll be like, oh, you're a scumbag for doing this. But then they'll do that. Like, I don't know. Like Trump would criticize Obama for some things, and then like I think like, you know, Trump would do them. Like, okay, well, you did that too. You really criticized Obama for this, but you really did this too. And it's just weird how they all do it. It's all hypocritical people. It's just so weird. But I would rather the outsider than any more of the deep state people. I just wonder who could become president next, you know? Who could become president next? Will we ever get somebody even more outside of the bubble than Trump?
And look at his look!
Will we?
How he looks!
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at him, look like he look. Look at his look, that he looks. Look what he looks like a crook. I'm coming for you, crook in the nook. I'm coming for you, I look like a crook.
And look at his look! How he looks!
Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, you get shook. Look at his look, you getting shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, he looks like a crook. Look at his look, you're getting kind of shook. Look at his look, how he looks. Look at his look, you get shook.
Hope you feeling better, my guy. You sounding so much better now. So ready for monetize this.
I'm ready for Saturday night, Alex. Thank you, brother. Mr. O'Donnell, thank you. Thank you, man. That's the biggest dono of the stream. Love you, brother. Appreciate that. No, we shouldn't stop trying, Jfinity. No one's saying that. But that's what they'll probably do. No one said stop trying, but that's what they'll probably do. They took out Bernie Sanders. They tried to kill Trump. Bernie Sanders' ideas are too far outside of the circle. It basically works like this. Like, this is the circle that the deep state operates in. So this is the deep state circle. That's what it looks like. And like, this is Obama. This is Hillary. You know, this is, you know, George Bush, Dick Cheney. You know, name other politicians. This is the deep state circle, and this is where the people are. However, this is Bernie Sanders. See how Bernie Sanders is kind of a little outside the circle? But he also will adhere to the circle and come back into it. But he's a little bit outside the circle. That's Bernie Sanders. That's why they didn't let Bernie Sanders win, why they cheated. I mean, you all know they cheated. They admitted to cheating. Bernie Sanders knows they cheated. We all know they cheated. Nobody cares. But they cheated. But this is Trump. That's Trump. Trump will play the game a little bit, sort of, but he's so far outside the circle, they want to kill him. They want him dead. They want to arrest him. They want to put him in jail. They want to kill him. They want to stop him because he's too far outside the circle. This is devastating to them. With Bernie, it was easy. They just rigged it real quick and pushed him aside and said, no. Maybe Bernie's a little more outside the circle than that, maybe like halfway. But this is a great chart. And whether you like Trump or not, it doesn't matter. If you hate Trump, could be outside the circle and be terrible. But the bottom line is he is outside the circle, and that's why they want to kill him. Now, are we ever going to get somebody who could be right here? Like this? Ever? Right here, right in the middle, outside the circle. This is like JFK. That's why they killed JFK. They would kill. It's going to be so hard to get some kind of independent, outside the circle person in, like this blue circle down here. You know how hard that's going to be to get that person there? They're trying to kill Trump. Imagine this. Bernie Sanders. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard's another one. Tulsi Gabbard's like this. Maybe like this. Tulsi. They assassinated her fucking character. Russian spy, all this other bullshit, smear. Meanwhile, George Bush is right here, the guy who lies about war crimes. And Hillary Clinton, the emails and Benghazi and so many other treacherous, treasonous things right in the middle of it. Because this is the fucking deep state, guys. And this is what people won't just start understanding this is real. If you can start fucking realizing that this is fucking real, then you'll understand how Trump got elected. And then you'll understand how Bernie Sanders almost got elected. Then you'll understand why they took out Bernie Sanders easy with a swipe of their pen, as Hillary Clinton would say. And then you'll understand why they've tried to kill Trump and why they've tried to set Trump up since the beginning. And why they tried to stop him at every turn since day one with a million things. Russiagate, this lie, that lie. We'll get him in, we'll put him in jail, whatever. Even if you hate Trump, that's okay if you hate Trump or you don't like Trump. But what Trump has done is exposed what they're trying to do to him because he's an outsider. But he's not a fully outsider. So what will they do when we try to elect somebody who's like outside here? And we all try to elect somebody who's a hybrid, independent person. What are they going to do? And you know what they're going to do. They're going to dig up all the dirt they can on them. They're going to threaten their lives. They're going to put them in jail. They're going to kill them somehow. How are we ever going to have a real president? We're not going to, really, unless everybody wakes up. And I don't know. Wakes up, arms up, I don't know. How are we ever going to get this? Trump has tons of money, and he's got celebrity. That's what helped him get over the hump to actually get into this. But other people don't have that. So when we find the next JFK or the next, Trump or independent of the people person, how are they going to get involved in politics when they're not really going to be in control? They have no real control, and they are controlled because they just won't let this happen. I don't know. It's a question. I don't know how it works. There's a lot of history we could probably study with past, like going back thousands of years in different democracies and politics, and hierarchies and things. I don't know. Interesting. What's up, Delta? All right. Star Sale, what's up, man? Anyway, I just thought this was a funny thing to talk about with Asmongold losing his check mark. Yeah, he's got it back now and having this weird beef with Elon Musk. So weird. Over Elon basically seemingly lying about or cheating kind of in Path of Exile and in Diablo 4. Very interesting. And I figured I'd come on live today instead of working, since when I work, I guess I don't get paid my commission, so I don't know what to do about that. But I don't know. I don't know why I didn't get paid my commission, but I didn't get paid it today. And I was worried about that. So I'm a little concerned. Have a good day, everybody.